Hi, for JAMB 2026 UTME examination, here is a list of recommended and approved literature tests from which questions on drama, prose, and poetry may be drawn. The first test we have is The Lion and the Jewel by Wole Soyinka. He's the author, our own very own man, a Nobel laureate. And what's the summary of this literature? It's a comic clash between tradition and modernity. The theme of this literature is divided into two parts. You have the modernity and you have the cultural life. Yeah, you can also see their gender roles. I will be doing an in-depth book review on each of these 5 literatures next. So ensure that you are subscribed to the channel so that when I make these reviews, YouTube will notify you and you can come to watch and prepare for your exam. With that summary alone that I will be making for you, you are sure to be able to answer any questions that come from wherever angle of this literature test. Now, what are the likely questions you can get or you can encounter from this literature test? One, you have questions on conflict. Is a conflict between tradition and modernity. You could have questions as, what's the setting of this literature? And that will be what? Illusion village. You have questions as one of the main characters, Lakunle, what did he stand for in this literature? And he stood for Western education. Then, what about Baruka, the village chief? We heard Baruka stood for tradition. Okay. What about Sidi, the young lady that was caught between Baruka and Lakunle? What does she stand for? Of course, from that book, you can deduce that she stood for beauty. She was beautiful, of course, physically and also inside. The second literature you would probably be assessed on is Look Back in Anger. This is the cover page of the book by John Osborne. He's a UK writer, and then the summary of the book is a literature on anger, marriage, and conflict of class. Now, it has a general theme of struggles, class struggles, and alienation. What are the likely questions you have? First, is the main character or the protagonist? That's Jimmy Potter. Now, please, before we go further, I have made several videos covering likely questions on each of these literature tests in the channel. So do yourself a lot of good by digging into the channel, locate those videos in the JAMB playlist, and take out enough time to watch them. You can fail with things as this. Once you've watched those videos over and over again, I did about 6-7 episodes. I mean, where is the question going to come from? Now, the major theme, like I said earlier, is class conflict. The setting is in England. And then the genre belongs to drama. The drama genre, the realistic drama. Alison presents what? She belongs to the upper class based on the storyline in that drama literature. Then the third recommended official literature for JAMB this year is Second Class Citizen by Buchi Emecheta. And he's our own man, he's a Nigerian guy. The summary is on Ada's struggle, yes, the young girl here, against sexism and racism. Two of the major issues that is bewailing Africans as a continent. The theme is on feminism and racism. So you still have the same questions. These questions will come out. Who is the main character? Ada. The setting is a Nigerian British setting. And the theme is on gender inequality as we have it even till today. Ada's desire is education, to be literate, but of course, the Nigerian culture as at back then, even till now, thought that women's life should end in the kitchen. Then it's prose fiction. And then the fourth literature you have to expect is this one by this Ghanaian man, Alex Aguirre, which is Unexpected Joy at Dawn. I love this book so much. And its summary is basically on two siblings and the effect of war between them. talks about war and identity. The theme, impact of war, setting West Africa, the conflict caused by civil war, internal war in Ghana, and then the focus, brotherhood, into prose literature. And then the fifth one, the last one for this video. Like I said, I will be making a breakdown on each of them again. I will do the summary, okay, so that in case a very rich summary, if you go watch some of these I've done, I did a very rich summary, so I'll be doing a very rich summary again on each of them. Then I will now pick about 10 likely questions and how you should be able to answer them. Those questions will generally cover everything, so whichever way the questions comes from, be able to answer them. Then we will now go to other questions that you would encounter in OBJ questions on literature in English. Yes. Now, fifth one, the final one, is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and of course, a UK writer as well. So, summary: tragic love and revenge story. The theme is on love and revenge. Likely JAMB questions: where it was the setting of this story. The prose was in Yorkshire, and then you have Heathcliff symbolizes revenge. The genre is Gothic novel. Narrator Nelly Dean, and the theme is on destructive love, when love cannot be managed. The feelings of love and breakup cannot be properly managed, what it results to. Yes, so there we have it for 5 of the recommended. In fact, that's about. So there we have it for the recommended literature test for JAMB 2026. Please take some time to study them. And again, like I said, I've made videos, a lot of videos, rich videos on this text in the channel. So dig in until you know that no questions will come against you and you won't be able to answer them. I will see you in yet another explanatory video. Bye. Hi, I'm sure you enjoyed the content you just watched. To see more episodes as that, preparing you for your oncoming exams, smash the subscribe button on this channel right now and visit the playlist that we've made for you, covering over 50 types of different exams, including JAMB, WAEC, Kakao,